So I'm here at AdTech London with the top dog himself, Christophe. Could you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Christophe Asselin and I'm the head of the UK for imedia and AdTech in Europe.
Wow, and what does that exactly entail?
Well, it means I'm overviewing a portfolio of 2 events or 3 events when imedia was an agency and a brand summit, and this year we will do just only one big imedia for the brand and the agency together, and AdTech London.
Oh wow. And so you're here, does it mean you actually get to experience the conference, or are you busy rushing around all those things?
Absolutely, I would not do anything that I'm not experienced myself. So everything's been road tested, from previous experience. So yeah, I always try to get myself what people got at the end of the day. So.
And do you go to conferences often?
Yeah, I'm going to a few conferences. I'm pretty busy, so I'm just cherry pick what I'm doing during the day and during my life. And I've got 2 kids, etc. So I'm quite busy.
Oh, lovely.
But I'm just cherry picking through a few conferences, which for me just sounds the sort of innovative, something creative. So yeah.
Brilliant. And so now that AdTech's done, what next?
Next, the next imedia in March,
Okay.
obviously that's nearly a launch. We've done the imedia brand and agency summit for the last 3 years, but we are bringing the concept together. So
what is imedia exactly?
Well, imedia is the sort of this very confidential club of top elite executive from the brand side and the agency side. So it's CEO, VPs level. I think you could qualify that as an unconference. It means
great.
the people are basically come up with their agenda, and we are just there to facilitate the whole networks, the whole conversation. I think it's got more gravitas in terms of intimacy around certain particular conversation. It's a Chatham House rule, so there's nothing leaking outside of this world that is going to be on the public place. So it's an interesting format.
Brilliant. So last question in general, you're quite a good authority on this, I feel. In terms of going to conferences, what would you recommend and what do you say is the best way to get the most out of a conference?
I think what I would advise people when they go to a conference is beyond the prepare you there, etc. Just make sure you come with an idea of what you try to get out. Sort of what are you going over there? Because I think some people's got an expectation that there is a miracle effect. Going to university, you put your bum in a seat, and then the knowledge is gonna flow in your brain. Unfortunately, ain't gonna happen. So you need to come with sort of goals, or what you try to find out, or what you try to get out, or the people you want to meet. I think people are mostly shy as well, so it's all about the networking, mingling with people who might just have the same challenges as you, just the cross-pollination of ideas, of the good business card, the follow-up on that. If you are commonly literally just say I pay 100 quid and I'm expecting knowledge, just forget about it. It's not going to happen. We are not doing any miracle.
Right.
But we are putting together the content that we expect that people can get certain outcome. But they need, I think, to define clearly what they want out of a conference. And I think from an organizer point of view, we would like to hear more often delegates that state exactly what you want.
Right. Okay.
And I think like teacher and school, they would love to hear from a student, what do you want out of this course? And that would make a very engaging and interactive proposition.
So it's good to get a lot of feedback.
Absolutely. I think we're doing all the time survey, and we are gathering thought every year. And I think most of the conference I've been, they are survey people, but they're not acting upon. We are asking people to actually just try to get to the point where we listen and we try to consider what does it mean. So every single year we try to refresh our value proposition, kind of understand what is the trend, what people expect, etc. But I'd love to have a bit more people just say this is our challenge. This is try to come up with something that is compelling for me to just spend 2 days. After all, it has to be a training, and somehow a conference. Again, it's not because I've listened Bill Gates for 2 hours that I'm gonna be just an expert on any domain. It's what was your aim and your purpose going over there? So I think it's quite like, you know, fundamental point.
Brilliant.
For the delegates.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I won't take any more
You're
of it.
absolutely
That was
welcome.
brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you very much.